Younger traders, aspiring entrepreneurs, listen up because you're going to love this episode. In today's episode of the Trading Coach Podcast, I'm going to share with you an interview from a young, aspiring trader who shares his story about why he got into trading and the benefits of starting at such a young age. If you ever want to sign up for one of our accountability sessions, either join one or just watch one, you can do so. Just head over to www.tier1trading.com. We host them every Friday. Love to see you there.
I'm from Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's watching the recording, just give us a brief introduction on who Jacob is.
So I'm 23. I don't really have any commitments or anything like that, like financially wise. So that's why I wanted to get into trading. So I thought if I started a few things when I was younger, like a couple of events, business and stuff, and thought trading was something where you don't have to sort of rely on other people and you can just do it yourself and in your own time, sort of thing. So yeah, that's why I wanted to trade.
So at the moment you don't have any commitments. Do you have another job or any other
yeah, sorry. So I work full time, but when I said I don't have any commitments, I mean like financial, like I still live at home.
Yeah,
so
right. Yeah, dependents and stuff. Yeah.
Don't have any sort of massive financial expenses, so I thought it's better to take a risk now and try things while I'm younger.
Definitely. Well, it sounds like you're a very driven guy anyway, without sounding condescending. At 23, and you said you've tried other businesses in the past. I mean, it's that's not normal, right? It's you must be quite an entrepreneurial, you must have a spark about you, you must be money oriented for sure. What's the crack now? What was the driver into trading specifically then?
It was more so when I did other businesses, I got my friends involved and sort of things like that, and there was a few of us, and I thought trading was, firstly, it's yourself, and there's no sort of expense. Yeah. Obviously, the education and things like that, but you don't have to sort of buy product or have an office or anything like that. So it's literally you learn the skill and scale it from there. And also something that I know it sounds a bit silly now, but longer term, when I'm 50, 60, if I still wanted to trade, you still could. It's not really like physically demanding or anything of that sort. So I thought longer term is probably quite a good thing to be able to do. And also it's interesting.
Of course, yeah. And you have to be interested in it anyway to even pursue it, because you won't last very long otherwise. Awesome. So what are you working on like right now?
So I'm not sure if you remember, but I had one in June and I just started back testing. And I said then that obviously probably the thing that I find most difficult is being quite impatient.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to rush it a few times, obviously. Noticed that at times like my plan was a bit sort of wishy-washy. Like there'd be times I'd back test and I'd be thinking like, well, what do I do here? Like, and then I realised I'd go back and sort of make more rules. And so I've been back testing like properly for the last month or so, I'd say. And also from one of the live rooms, I heard you say that every day you write down like your prediction or like what you think might
daily
happen.
Predictions.
Yeah, so while I've back testing, I've just started to sort of demo trade my strategy as well, just so I can then like write down what I think is going to happen, and then in the evening go over it and see if there's anything I missed and stuff like that. And I think that's definitely helped as well, because obviously you're looking at it and there's things that you pick up and learn. But yeah, I'm just trying to take my time and do it properly, as opposed to it's quicker, longer term. And if you do it properly, it saves you going over it 5-6 times or whatever.
So when we spoke in the summer, what would you say has changed, or if anything at all has changed in your approach or your mindset, or what with your trading? Because you was getting a little bit of, you was a bit, getting itchy feet. So what's changed?
To be honest, I just sort of like my mindset is more, rather than trying to sort of rush things and do it, like I'm trying to do it properly. Like even when I do my back testing, before I'd be a little bit unfocused, I might do 20 minutes and then I'd go on YouTube and watch a video for 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? But now I just say I'm going to do 1 hour like slots. I might do 1 or 2 hours a day, depending on sort of my time. But no phone, like no YouTube. Just try and lock in, do 1 hour solid work. So I thought it's better to do it like that. And even if you only do 1-2 hours a day, it's a lot more than if you spend 3-4 hours a day or whatever. But you're not focused. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like you're doing it because you feel like you have to do it as opposed to like focused work.
Absolutely. I recommend, I don't know if I've recommended this to you last time, but a Pomodoro timer. You can get a Pomodoro timer called Timer RH on Mac, and I think it's Timer RH on Windows as well. But a Pomodoro timer is basically a little timer that I use. I've got a physical one as well, but there's a great one that's for the Mac, and it's very effective. I mean, I'll quickly show you guys just while you're here. Let's just show you, see if I can show you this. So this is the desktop. Let's get rid of that. This Pomodoro timer here, so this thing here, it just sits up on your desktop and you just click on that thing and pull it down to the amount of minutes that you want to spend on a task, right? So I could say, right, I'm going to do ½ hour of testing, let go, and that thing starts counting down. And at the end of that is going to give you this horrendous drill beat noise that you just like scares the crap out of you. But just by having that there makes you stuck on that task, like, because you're trying to beat that timer, and it really, really helps productivity. And what you were saying about looking at YouTube and cat videos and all the rest of it, I'm sure it's not cat videos, but it really does stop you from doing that because it's so easy to get distracted now. And that will definitely help. So I recommend checking out a Pomodoro timer. So where are you at, like in progress then? How you're demo trading, you're testing, like what do you want to hope to be by the end of the year then?
So far because obviously during the backtesting phase I started doing it in June, but as I said, it's only probably the last couple of weeks I've started doing it properly because I had to go back and sort of add rules, etc.
Yeah.
So by the end of the year I want to have at least sort of a couple pairs that are backtested for sort of five plus years. Obviously be trading them live and just work from there until I've tested all the pairs, see which ones I want to trade, and then go from there.
Okay, cool. So the demo trading at the moment, you don't have back-tested results on, you're just demo trading to be kind of efficient with more and more samples, right? So you're kind of adding that to your back testing at the end.
Yeah, it's just a sort of, I guess, just a bit of proof of concept as well, just to see if it does work. So far, the backtesting results, I've probably only got about 20 or 30 trades. There's not a lot, but so far it seems to be going well. And I thought also at least then I get some time actually looking at charts and doing analysis rather than just backtesting all the time.
Yeah. Cool. So what's you're going to remove all the distractions, or it sounds like you're working on that anyway. Is there anything else that could potentially stop you or you'd struggle with?
No, not really. Not really. I think it's just a lot of it is sort of mental and trying to build that. I don't know what the word is. Like resilience, maybe. Because it's like even like when you're in the gym or something and you want to stop, and it's trying to build that sort of mental toughness of, I've said I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it really is like that. It's yeah. I mean, I know people that do various things to build resilience, like cold plunges and water ice baths in the morning and sea dips and all the rest of it. And it's, it is a constant exercise. Like it's going against yourself and what you really don't like. You're trying to make easy, but saying no, actually I'm going to carry on. It's a tough one. And there's nothing nice about back testing. There's nothing There's nothing really enjoyable about it other than starting a new pair for about 5 minutes, and then it like gets boring, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's a slug. But at the end of it, I promise you, it's all worth it. So just like any payoff.
Yeah, and it applies to not just trading, but sort of anything in life as well, isn't it? If you have that mental toughness and to be able to do that, no matter what you do, it's always going to benefit.
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, if you don't do it, it's only you that's going to care. Like it's just you've got to answer to. So you got to get it done. You know, no one else cares if you get good at this or not, ultimately. So having that in the back of your mind always helps. Cool. All right. Well, look, maybe we'll catch up in at the end of the year or towards like in January again, as I said, and just see where you're at. I've made some notes here. You want at least 2 pairs tested. I'd love to see how your demo trades go and for the rest of the year, and how you find the testing process for those 2 pairs. And yeah, we'll catch up then.
Go from there. Cheers.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks for coming on, mate. Have a good weekend. Cheers.
Every time I hear an interview like this, I get a little bit jealous because although I started young, we're seeing traders start younger and younger and younger and really have an idea about what they want their future to be. So I absolutely love it. So I hope you guys love the podcast. If you do me a favor, leave me a rating and a review wherever you listen to this podcast at. And if you're someone that's watching on YouTube, just do me a big favor, hit that like button. That's the best way you can support the show. All right, until next time, plan your trade your plan. Take care.